jokingly refer to Magic the Gathering sometimes as the Fortnite of the trading card games. Hey, what's up, y'all? So y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, I put out a video, the worst gaming console generation ever. I said something along the lines like, it's okay to be critical of the things you love. It's almost important to be. This is one of those videos, but it pertains to Magic the Gathering. All right, let's get right into it. I don't want this to be a very long video, but I have to get this off my chest. This is all pertaining to the whole Universes Beyond stuff that's been going on. So, for those unfamiliar, back in 2020, we got the Monsters and Behemoths set that came out for Magic the Gathering, and they did something pretty cool where they reskinned some of the cards with Godzilla characters, with monsters from Godzilla. It was cool. A lot of us thought it was like a cool one-off thing or a once-in-a-while thing, but then a few months later, we got a whole Walking Dead set. And I thought to myself, okay, cool, Walking Dead is winding down. The comic book's almost ending. The show's almost ending. They announced the end of the show. All right, cool. It's celebrating Walking Dead. Fast forward, and Hasbro and Wizards announced that this was all part of the Universes Beyond set of cards. It's basically Magic the Gathering crossovers with other IPs. And I'll admit, I think it's great. I've always thought it was cool. A cool way to get folks that aren't really into Magic the Gathering into the card game, because we don't like gatekeeping over here. The more people that are playing the game, the better it is for the hobby. So, of course, that's exactly what started happening. My good friend, he picked up the 40K set. I remember that. And he wasn't really into Magic, but he picked that up and he was asking all the right questions, something that someone new to the hobby should be asking. What are pre-cons? He started asking about building decks, strategies, started looking up builds online. And now he's a big collector. He collects Magic the Gathering mainline. He goes to card shows. He gets his cards graded. It's cool. He's into the hobby. So, yeah, mission accomplished. But I feel like as of late, all of the Universes Beyond stuff is coming at the cost of mainline Magic the Gathering. So much so that I jokingly refer to Magic the Gathering sometimes as the Fortnite of the trading card games. And ironically, there's a Fortnite collab, because of course there would be. But Magic's been around for 32 years. I got into it like in 2001, 2002. A lot of the older guys, the gray beards, they taught me how to play it. I really enjoyed it, became obsessed. At the time, Pokemon was the main thing I played. Started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! But Magic was really like the whole setting, the lore, the fantasy settings. Like, I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy. It did it for me. And I'm starting to feel like that's taking a back burner, and the folks that enjoy mainline Magic the Gathering are starting to suffer some of the consequences of the Universes Beyond stuff, mainly around pricing, which is one of my bigger gripes, and we'll get into that. And if you're new to the hobby and its terminology is all foreign to you, or and you don't know what Commanders is or what precons are, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to do a video explaining all this stuff and running through a game of Commanders. It could be overwhelming, but like I said, we don't gatekeep here. And the more folks that are playing Magic the Gathering, the better it is for the hobby. But back to the original point. So in the last 5 years, we've seen more than a dozen collabs. The ones that stick out to me are the Street Fighter, Walking Dead, like I mentioned earlier, Lord of the Rings, a Fortnite collab, Princess Bride, Dungeons & Dragons, and the ones that we're getting this year. Those all like really stick out in my head. This year we're getting Final Fantasy, which sold out in minutes, Spider-Man, which sold out, minus the regular play boost, Last Airbender, Avatar, and SpongeBob. That leaves the Wizards only releasing 3 mainline sets. I know Innistrad dropped at the beginning of the year, and that was a remastered set, so I'm not going to count it. Besides that, we got Aether Drift Sakir next month, and then later in summer, Edge of Eternities. So 4 collaborations, 3 mainline sets. It feels like the folks that have been around, that probably don't care about Universes Beyond, that have been carrying the hobby for years, are being left behind. And not only that, the pricing of these Universes Beyond sets are sort of outrageous. And it's a little hypocritical for me to say that, and I'll say this because I picked up the Final Fantasy set. I split the Commander decks, which were 4 decks. I split it with one of my buddies, so that was $300 each of us paid. And then the Collector's Booster Bundle, which was $450 for 12 packs, which sounds crazy when I say it out loud. So I won't pretend like I'm not part of the problem. I did fall for the Final Fantasy hype. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so I openly admit that. But then to expect me 2 weeks later to pick up the Spider-Man set, which, again, openly, I love Spider-Man. Don't let my younger brother hear me say that. He'll never let me hear the end of it. But besides the point, $450 for 12 packs, again, with the Spider-Man set for the collector's bundle. Play boosters, which is a single pack, $7 for both the Final Fantasy and Spider-Man. I get it. Wizards has to pay licensing fees, but my fear is that them seeing these packs fly off the shelves, it's going to lead them to start charging this as their standard. And if I'm being honest, it's outrageous. Normally packs are $5. If fans of the game that don't care about Universes Beyond are now being expected to foot the bill for these licensing fees with increase in pricing, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for the hobby. And quite frankly, I don't know how a lot of folks are going to afford this. And again, folks might say, well, it's not something that you have to buy. Fair enough, but folks have been playing this game for 32 years. There are people that are passionate about it, that love it, that are part of the community, that enjoy this hobby. And for us, for anyone to say, hey, just don't buy it, I don't think that's the right way to approach it. Honestly, I'm being a bit naive, and I'm hoping that standard sets stay at their current pricing and don't increase in pricing, but I don't see that happening. With that said, I don't have a solution. I don't know how to solve this problem. I just wanted to get this off my chest because I love Magic, I love the hobby, and I want more people to get involved. Like I said, we don't gatekeep. It's important for people to play these things so that they continue to be around for years and years. But what are you guys thinking? Am I missing something? Am I missing a bigger piece? Am I wrong in my expectation that prices are going to increase? Sound off in the comments below. Let's have a discussion, a respectful discussion. Let's talk about this because I think it's important. And I'll have a stream later this week and we could go into it further. But yeah, as always, I appreciate y'all. Peace.